Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing a Graey Mega Collection 4-player game with Pain, Def_K, and We Three Kings. So, Crofter is a card where I want to play Ox slowly. Master Carpenter, build fences around your rooms by fencing all four sides. You may not fence more than one room each round. Each fenced room can hold an additional family member. Ah, I see. So Master Carpenter, you build fences around your rooms, and then all of a sudden you've doubled the capacity of your room. Interesting. So you're supposed to first pick this, and then look for cards that help you fence, right? So you want like mini pasture or whatever. Yeah, seems neat, but I think Master Carpenter will let you do stuff on a two-room house, which some of those cards are extremely strong. Also, it rewards like fencing stuff, so I think I take Master Carpenter here. Well, there's Mason's Apprentice. That's another potential small house player. I don't need to take Fence Builder. Well, actually, I should look at the pack and make sure I don't need to take Fence Builder. I should wheel it. Field phase of each harvest, you get a wood you can buy. So Tree Gardener's not bad. Frontiersman's fine. Pig Breeder's fine. Ham Glazer, meh. This pile is kind of junk. I guess I'll take Tree Gardener. Sure, I suppose. Thing about taking Tree Gardener is that if I want to play Carpenter, Tree Gardener, and Fence Builder all in stage one, I guess I only have to take wood. I can take wood and food. I don't really have to take anything else. West Carpenter is great. You just need something like kudzu. Yeah, something to help fill up your farm. Yeah. Okay. Bridge farmer, turn cattle into two fields. Manure shoveler, have animals, get stuff. So manure shoveler is pretty solid. Not gonna take minimalist. Donator, you can buy stuff. Yeah, so I think this is Gelder or Manure Shoveler. And since I think I'm gonna take that Fence Builder, I'm gonna grab Manure Shoveler here. Sure. Um, Bridge Farmer is fine. I think Manure Shoveler should be quite good here. At the end of the game, if all your fields, as well as your pastures, are arranged in a rectangular form. So the Master Carpenter says fenced rooms are not pastures. So if I only Master Carpenter one room, then I could do a 2x2 with the rest of the fences. And then I would be trying to do, yeah, like a 3x2 with fields, which is doable, but not the easiest thing in the world. I like Hobbyist, but Plowmaker could be quite good here. So you can easily imagine Plowmaker plus Manure Shoveler. Just the plow sow action is just the best space in the game for me by a large amount. Yeah, so I really like Hobbyist, but I think Plowmaker actually seems really fantastic here. With Manure Shoveler, like it's gonna let me score so nicely, or score so highly, I should say. So the one thing to keep in mind is that I'm not actually going to be able to hold very many animals this game because assuming that I get the fence dealer back, I'm only fencing 14, which means instead of 3 pastures, I'll only have 2. One's one size 2 and one size 1. So I will definitely be trying to build some stables. But that's where I really like the manure shoveler plowmaker is because it can make sure that even if I'm not scoring that highly from pastures and animals, I can still score really highly on other stuff. The other reason I'm thinking about, with Master Carpenter, I want to build multiple room or I want to fence multiple rooms. Like fence dealer is a huge part of that because Master Carpenter forcing you to only do one room at a time might mean that a lot of the time it might be correct to only do it once. But if I'm fencing very trivially easily with fence dealer, that's the goal. I might not play tree gardener. One wood per harvest might be just too low impact. Especially if I am trying to get my fencing down early. Not fence dealer, fence builder, maybe? Yeah, fence dealer is the build fence 12, you're right. Yeah, not that one, something else. Hmm. Could take Stone Trader. Could take Hatchet Expert. I could justify any of these except Self-Employee or Heiress, I think. Merchant Plowman, I'm low on because of Plowmaker. But yeah, I think I could take any of these 3. Um, let's not take Acrobat. Let's take one of these 2. How many times am I doing the take one grain or vegetable space? Hopefully not many times because I'm a manure shoveler, right? So I think this is Stone Trader. Fence Builder. There we go. That's what it's called. And Bridge Farmer will be a 2 cattle action. I think most of the time I'm not fencing with it, but it'll be a 2 cattle action. I guess Wood Hut Builder is a thing with Stone Trader because a big advantage of the Reno action is the major improvement space, which Stone Trader provides. You know what? Maybe this is actually Wood Hut Builder here. The problem is, I feel like wood, like staying in wood, is gonna give away too many points. Like, there's gonna be times where I take resources that I just can't use, even with Stone Trader. I feel like it just Wood Hut Builder just gives away too many points. But you know what? Maybe I reno. You know what? I don't have to play. Like, it's not. I can still go to Stone even if I draft Wood Hut Builder. But yeah, this is a hand that has to score really highly from my fields and crops. Um. Okay, yeah, fruit tree is fine here. Fruit tree over banana tree. Nothing else really moves the needle here. Lasso might be fine. Yeah, lasso might be fine. All right. So here's where we get some more interesting picks. So we've got trees here. Now I passed Merchant Plowman, so feels very difficult to draft trees and fight directly with them. Barbed wire. Whenever you take cattle, you can also build fences. I don't dislike that, but hopefully all my fences are built at that point. Private oven. Yeah, I could take private oven. Lumber mill. Yeah, I could take lumber mill. Yeah. Um, absinthe. I could take absinthe. I could take ceramics. Feel like I could take a lot of these cards. Um, mm, I want. I don't want to take lumber mill here because I just might not pick any more wood miners. So I think I take something that's not lumber mill and decide later. But you know what? I'm kind of afraid of picking private oven here because of the stable prereq, and it is possible that I don't build the stable until really late, if at all. So am I just taking absinthe then? Absinthe is not. Absinthe is good. Absinthe is good. Um, could take ceramics. Could definitely take ceramics. Even if I don't bake with it, free pottery would be pretty good. Take absinthe here. Take the free point. The free point that I know I can play. Alright, so Dray with Stone Trader is pretty good. Dray with Stone Trader is quite good. Can I play Koan? So let's see, I play Master Carpenter, Fence Builder, Stage 1. I would want to play 3 more, most likely. So yeah, Koan does not work. Since it has a prereq, which I totally missed last time. Or not a prereq, a limitation that I totally missed last time. 15 built fences. Is the fence builder, so does built equal not in your supply? Does it mean not in your supply or on your farm? Because that could be an option. It could help me get my stables. Um, yeah, I think this is probably just Dray. Another 3 occupation. So getting my to my third occupation is quite important. So carpenter, fence builder, stone trader. It's gonna be very or tree gardener. It's gonna be very important to get all 3 of those out. Prize fish. 2 or more food on. Um, don't think I want sheep market. Royal Reward seems fine. It is Royal Reward is definitely more difficult with this hand to satisfy than most. So I have to compare it to say Woodpath here. There's a reasonable chance that I don't actually fill all my farm because you have to remember I'm not building rooms and my fences only cover these spaces. So yeah, Royal Reward seems like not a good pick for me, unfortunately. So I'll take Woodpath. I could take the free point in foraging, but Woodpath has a slightly higher impact. Could take Lasso. I think I take Banana Tree here. Yeah, Snowman. I just don't need Snowman. Vegetable, stone, stone, wood, wood. Yeah. Take Banana Tree. And now do I want Lumber Mill? Trees came all the way back, which is interesting. I wonder if Merchant Plowman fell out of the draft. Because I could definitely build the joinery with my stone trader, I could definitely build the joinery. And then trees could be worth 3 points, which would be quite solid. The problem with lumber mill is it probably doesn't come out before banana tree a lot of the time. I think I take trees here. And yeah, I'd like to take range, but I kind of don't want to risk it. I'm afraid that range, I just inherently don't satisfy range because of fence builder. Yeah, it's not clear to me that a fence that you've placed on the board is built. That is not clear to me. So I'll take Dormer. Should I take Stone Exchange just because my miners are a little expensive? I don't know. I have Woodpath Banana Tree. I think I'm okay. And I mean, my stage one is really all about playing, setting up my two key uh, occupations. Um, Master Carpenter specifies you can only do the action once per round. You may not fence more than one room each round. So that's kind of the exact reason I want to play Fence Builder. Want to? Is because Fence Builder makes it trivial for me to fence multiple times. All right, I start first. Could definitely start with Reedstone Food. But I think the Reedstone Food is not super important until I have Stone Trader out. I think I like it a lot better once Stone Trader is out. I think I'm just opening Fence Builder here. Pain plays Hibernator. This is the one where you skip your first action after a harvest to get a point. Yeah. I'd probably take 2 clay over 2 wood. Reason being that 2 clay either goes towards banana tree or it builds the first fireplace, both of which I'd be happy to get. So like if sheep flips in 2, I build the first fireplace. If it flips in 3 or 4, then I use the clay for banana tree. Unfortunately, I didn't get any really great 2 house cards. Like this would have been a great game for priest, pastor. Although pastor would have been more difficult to use the or whichever one gives 3 clay, 2 reed, 2 stone. The clay and reed would be a bit more difficult to use, but or like small scale farmer. Like there's so many good cards that I could have gotten that didn't, which is a bit too bad. Cultivator. This is the one that whenever you plow, you get a wood in a food. So there are two versions of this, I guess. They did one in the revised with clay and food, and then there's one with wood and food. So I want 3 wood here. If I don't get 3 wood, I'll play another occupation, play my master carpenter. Barrel pusher. Yeah, I had it the other day. And by the other day, I think it was literally yesterday. Yeah, that card would have been very good for me. Yeah, it would have got me the wood for my joinery, or the wood for my stables, or both. Would have been nice to have gotten some way of getting Plowso guaranteed, but I got some miners to play at the end of the game. You know, I can play Woodpath, I can play probably hopefully Absinthe and Fruit Tree will already be out. Hopefully Dray, but I can play Woodpath, I can play Dormer, I can play Trees. Did he get Merchant Plowman 7th? Def? I think it was too late. I don't think Merchant Plowman was in my opening pile. I think it was in my second pile. Maybe it was in my opening pile. Yeah, he might have got a 7th pick, Merchant Plowman. So I'd love to get Auk back here. I imagine We Three Kings is taking it. I'll probably start player Banana Tree if Occupation's not there. I don't really want to take the 2 wood now. I'd rather start player and, yeah, get a couple food. Plus the sheep haven't flipped yet, so... We Three Kings has been pretty slow. Coal Investor. Not slow in terms of their turn has been all that slow. It's just slow in terms of they're taking a long time to click begin turn. I'm supposed to take bottom left. I get bottom right, I guess. I thought it was different, but yeah. So dream scenario, I get 4 wood. I could fence 6, and then I can still get the first sheep grab. Yep, I like that. And then wheel occupation master carpenter, and now I only need 3 wood to fence these. Hmm. I'm gonna fence 4 instead. Keep 2 wood for myself. Because now, yeah, because right now I would need at least 3 wood on the space. But it's actually a lot better for me to do it this way because then I can take 2 wood and fence the room with Master Carpenter. So Master Carpenter here. So I do need to take 1 food somehow in 4. Reedstone food is probably the best way. But 4 food traveling players would also be very good. 4 food traveling players would be really good. I'd be quite happy to do that. Yeah, 4 food into two wood fence, which is essentially a build. That would be pretty great. Only having 14 fences is awkward here. It's okay because I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just do 5 around here, so I only have 2 total pastures. Not gonna fence in both rooms. Yeah, I will. I can do that. No, not if I leave one out. I can leave this one out. 15 is 5 by 1, right? And I'm saying I'm going to do 3 by 1 and 1 by 2. I'm leaving out this field, this fence tile, or this fence. Now I fence 3 here, which is essentially a build. Pain takes reed, so Pain will hibernate. So I do have to keep in mind that Pain will have 2 actions after me. After he'll have 2 actions after I'm done. So yeah, just got to keep that in mind. Deaf with rancher's daughter. Ooh, good thing I didn't fence outside more for deaf. Family growth flipped. Beautiful. First move occupation, so that I can play absinthe or fruit tree. I think. Yeah, it would be nice to double grow. That would be really nice to take the wood here to set up double grow. But I think making my minor actions a lot better is worth quite a bit. Whoops, not that. Not quite yet. Absinthe will be my second move. Yeah, so Pain hibernating here means he doesn't get to grow in 6. So I'm not sure if hibernating here is correct. I think probably Pain was supposed to build there because it guarantees himself growth next round, right? Ooh, Def's got Eris. Okay, never mind. I forgot about Eris. So is that a 7th pick Eris? Because Eris, I think, was in my opening pile. I think that's a 7th pick Eris. It's quite nice. Def has a lot of food. If he's got 5 food after feeding, that's quite a bit of or 3 food after feeding. Yeah, he had 5 after feeding, 3 after the Auk. It's quite a bit of food. I guess the rancher's daughter gave him 3, which is nice. Payne choosing to hibernate lets Def start player for growth here. Maybe. I mean, certainly it's good for Def. You're right. You're right about that. And what does We Three Kings do? Payne might take the 3 wood to set up for double builds. Payne could maybe take the sheep if he thinks that I'm going to take the sheep, as if I'm interested in the sheep. Ooh, Def chooses not to start player. Huh. Huh. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So We Three Kings can start player to grow. Very interesting. So does Def have backdoor for next round? He's going to start player backdoor. Or did he like first pick Ninja? What? What do these guys know that I don't? I feel like they know something that I don't. Like maybe, yeah, like Payne opened backdoor and We Three Kings has it or something like that. That's crazy. Abs to 1 stone. Because I'd love to play start player Dray and take 1 stone here. Payne doing the thing where with Lasso, if you place too many cards at once, if you place all your people at once with Lasso, and your board hasn't updated to show all the peeps on everyone else's farm, it'll just go to the next round because it'll think nobody else has actions. Def plays Dry Pond. 1 food on each of the next 4 round spaces for 1 wood. That's quite good. Yeah, it's quite a good card. I'd be pretty happy to 3 wood into start player Dry Pond in the 4 seat. That would alleviate a lot of pain of being in the 4 seat. Yeah, so I think I'm taking the wood here and using it to fence 3. And then I'd like to start player Dray into 1 stone. And on the 1 stone action, I can build the joinery because I'll get an extra plus food stone. Assuming that We Three Kings does not start player here, which, I mean, he does have Frontiersman. Is he interested in my stone food and getting his move back? I hope not. I hope he has other designs on his Frontiersman. Start player Spyglass. Okay, so he is going to defend. It's fine. Yeah, if the board was better, I would do something different, but I think I'm still just going to do the Dray line here. Am I? I could just take 2 stone, 2 stone, 2 food with my first action next round. That's not a bad move. So what would I do instead? Play Plowmaker here. Take 3 wood. Take 3 wood is not too bad. Play Plowmaker is not bad. Yeah, you know what, Dray? I don't need to play Dray here. Three wood. And Plowmaker. And then let's put the next Absinthe food to the stone space. So did We Three Kings? So We Three Kings is gonna reno, right? So with his coal investor, he's thinking he can build a clay room. So he wanted to reno whenever reno flipped. So does We Three Kings have some sort of clay room payoff or like clay hut extension or something? I would like clay hut extension with frontiersman. Getting yourself an extra action after playing clay hut extension is would be quite good. So that's the food that pays for the joinery. And then I'll play the joinery here. And then second move, start player fruit tree, if it's still there, to make sure that I get to grow next round. It looks like I don't even need to because Pain didn't build. So looks like there's actually no pressure on my growth next round, but I'll start player anyways, just to be sure. Plus, if I start player, I have a very good chance of getting a very good action, like 4 wood or 6 wood or something. Probably not 6 wood, but 4 wood. If my family growth is not forced. Did We Three Kings play Dry Pond? Looks like you did. I get to take it. I'll play Fruit Tree here. Getting to grow in 5 was huge. Getting to grow in 5 was incredibly huge. Def's got Lord of the Manor and he's playing it here. Okay, so he's got some 4 occupation thing, or he's got something that makes him not play any more occupations, like Koan. But yeah, Lord of the Manor with the Heiress, 4th room, and 4 fields already. I wonder if, yeah. Revealing that, it's pretty early to reveal that, Def. So what, he's going to take 3 wood? I would have expected 3 wood most of the time, but. So the thing I like about this strategy is that it really is going to maximize Manure Shoveler. because I'm going to be able to start taking animals very early with my fence builder. So what the Master Carpenter does, so we can talk a bit about Master Carpenter. So what Master Carpenter does is it lets you save on resources. And what that's meant in this game is that I've been able to ignore reed and stone altogether, except for when I need them for very specific, like for major improvements. But it's let me ignore reed totally, which has given me time to do other things, like take start player, get my food per round cards out, that kind of thing. So I could build the pottery next round. I think my next round might be something like family growth for clay pottery on the one stone space with Dray. I could take Reedstone Food here with the intention of building the BMW next round. I could do that. Or I could do the rest of my fencing. I like build trying to build all the guilds. I like that. Yeah. And then 4 food wood. And then I get the absinthe food guaranteed. I'll play Dray with the intention of last action Dray for the BMW or the pottery. So yeah, Payne totally taking himself out of the family growth queue has been incredible for me. And Payne declares hibernate, but you know what? He doesn't have to declare it until his action. So I'm not going to assume that he's going to hibernate. That's not a safe assumption for me to make. Yeah. Cuz like you could give up one food you could have given up 1 point from hibernate to have grown in 6, right? And then you can still get the other all the remaining points from hibernate. So I'd love to wheel this 4 wood action. Getting this 4 wood action back would be phenomenal. I expect that We Three Kings is taking it here. And if he does, then I'm doing maybe 2 sheep. Or am I trying to take 3 sheep next round? Maybe I'm supposed to take wood instead. How much wood do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So yeah, the 2 wood next round is not enough. So I'll take the 3 wood here. Plus, if I keep taking wood, the more I take wood, the less there is available for my opponents, the better animal grubs are available, and the more likely I am to be able to build stables or whatever, or just get points out of my joinery. Payne's playing sheep farmer, so he's probably going to take sheep with his last move, so I'm hoping to get the 2 boar next round. To be fair, most of the time I only want 1 sheep in this game because sheep turn into points at the least efficient rate compared to the other animals. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build the well. Well, I'm not gonna build the BMW. I'm gonna build the well. Yeah. It's not. It doesn't get me another trees for the citizens point, but it means that I don't have to play wood path if I don't want to. Ooh, we three kings playing ceramics. Um, do I want to deny we three kings the pottery? Um, no. I think I'm gonna build the well. Wells in chat. Ooh, Payne plays Gelder. Okay. So what am I putting the absinthe on? The three sheep or the two boar? Uh, Probably the two boar, because I can't hold the fourth sheep unless I fence next round. But the sheep are more total animals for my. If I assume that I'm gonna fence, which is a reasonable assumption, because there'll be 3 wood, 2 wood, right? You know what I didn't even think about? Dray says I should have put the fence on this space. Now, this space I could not have spammed so much in the early game, but the Dray says, hey, I could have put the fence on this one space and taken it at 1 wood repeatedly. Interesting. I didn't think about that. Def's gonna block the pottery. Perfect. Perfect. No need for me to do so. So abs goes onto the sheep, I think. Yeah. And I think absinthe goes on the sheep because that lets me take 2 animals in 11 and have 6 for a manure shovel after. Lets me first action 2 boar or 2 cattle and then sow bake afterwards for a grain and a veg. Three sheep, not 2 boar. So Def's calculating if he needs to take a clay action here, I imagine. How threatened his clay is. Takes a vegetable. Okay, so he's gonna sow this round. So then I'm gonna do 2 wood, plow, 1 stone probably. I'm probably I'm gonna police that 1 stone space, try to keep it as low as I can, so that I always have it as a last action. Payne's playing tandem plow. Oh, plow got taken. That's too bad. Hmm. So I can take stone and play manure shoveler, maybe? Play tree gardener as a 4 wood action? Yeah, play tree gardener as a 4 wood action, sure. I could use that here. And if I want to buy more wood, I can. Probably not this harvest, but if I build a fireplace or a cooking hearth and I eat my sheep, then those sheep can essentially be turned into two wood each. Although I will need more food, obviously, long term. My absinthe and well and fruit tree are going to slow down eventually. Def start player so. Yeah, I'll take stone. Whoops. And then I'm eating a wood and 6 food. Abs to 1 stone. Yeah, abs to 1 stone. I don't think anyone's taking 1 stone in a food when there's reedstone food. Oh, and I get plus wood tree gardener. So essentially, I can eat the wood with tree gardener and not have to subtract it from my farm. That's the way I can do that. So let's see, what's the 4 rock card that Def has here? Not Tuileries. Maybe Quarry. Could be Apiary. Apiary would be very good here. Very good. Well, I want to first move plow, but if there's 3 boar there, and the thing is, I can't really assume that I'm going to get a pair of animals next round because Tree might or Pain might geld the cattle because he did play Gelder. So I think I need to first move take the 3 boar. And then, yeah, I should definitely be trying to build at least 1 or 2 stables or build a way to eat animals. One of those two. Quarry. Okay, that's what he's got. Well, fortunately, I am in the process of building every single major improvement. So at least his quarry will likely. You know what? It helps him build his stone room, so that's nice. Yeah. So Def's gonna have a 5 room stone house with Lord of the Manor, with 3, probably 4 categories for Lord of the Manor. It's gonna be a very high scoring farm. It's gonna be tough for me to keep up with that. I'm gonna need a ton of improvement points, and I'm gonna have to max about as many categories as I can. So right now I'm counted for 4 pastures, so we actually have to take 2 points off because these fenced rooms do not count as pastures. So last 2 moves, I can do stone and build this stone oven, and then take 3 reed. And if I take the 3 reed, then nobody should be able to beat me to the BMW next round. And then I'll build stables next round as well. It would be nice to manure shovel next round, but I don't know if I'm gonna get on the sow action. That's not guaranteed. Fortunately, with manure shoveler, I can sow multiple times in stage 5. Like I can take plow sow really highly, and I can take sow bake anytime I get the chance. Just make sure that I keep hitting plows. Try for if I could do 8 fields, that would be good. Because even that seventh and eighth field are 2 points apiece. So getting covering my whole farm with fields would be nice, but that's a stretch goal, super stretch goal. And honestly, even having external stables, no, internal stables will be better. I need the individual capacity because I have no way to eat these yet, and I may never make a way to eat them. So letting them continue to breed is really nice. We Three Kings play Silo Girl. Okay, so that's why We Three Kings went to stone here. Plus F stone. Build the stone oven. I love Stone Trader. Love Stone Trader. Very fun card. Welcome, Eternal Frost 78. Thanks for the host. Welcome. We're playing some Agricola on Play-agricola.com. Game is going okay. The problem is this player's having a really excellent game. So as good as it's going for me, it's going to be very difficult for me to keep up with them just because their point ceiling is really high. Going to be difficult to keep up with it for sure. If you're not sure what some of the cards say, we have this excellent extension built by community member Maruska. You can click on the cards on the screen and it'll bring up a bigger version of them so that you can read them easier, which is quite handy. We cannot praise Maruska enough. So this round is Plow 2, Manure Shoveler, BMW Stables. I think certainly I like the idea of playing Manure Shoveler this round so that I'm ready. Like I need to build the BMW because I definitely want to eat a reed here. The only other action I'd consider is the 7 food. The 7 food traveling players means that I will definitely not need a fireplace the rest of the way. And it might even let me buy some extra wood with my tree gardener. But I'm doing better than me. Got my ass handed to me in Tainted Grail twice. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That definitely happens sometimes. Yeah. So the only question is, do I build? I could take the 7 food instead of playing Manure Shoveler. But I think getting the Manure Shoveler out is really nice. And the BMW is not threatened, so. I expect Def will take sow now in response to my Manure Shoveler. I do not imagine that he's going to let me sow. Yeah. The other thing is, Manure Shoveler does give me 4 food on the sow bake action. That's another thing to consider. Is that maybe building the BMW is not so important if I'm getting if I can sow a vegetable and then get 4 food as well. That's true. That's true. I mean, the nice thing about the stone though is that I can get a wood and then build 2 stables, right? Because I do need to build stables here. I definitely need to build stables here. So that's the appeal of the building the BMW this round. Oh, Def taking his day labor, sure. The only thing I'm a little sad about that I don't have more stone miners to play. I kind of wish I had more stone miners. What if? Having some more stone miners would be really nice. But yeah, probably my first move next round is start player trees for Plow Sow in 13, most likely. So wood, I get a wood from Tree Gardener. I eat a reed and another 3 food, defeat 8. Breed both of these guys. Good. Start player trees here. So trees is worth 3 points. Joinery well, banana tree trees, and the point intrinsically on it. Yeah. Yep. And there's no way for me to get the 4th point without getting past a miner that I can also play and stay on my farm, which doesn't exist. So even the passing wood miner doesn't have a wood cost in it. Um, plow 2 again here. Continue plowing every chance that I get. And then sow and probably take wood. Jeff's gonna reno and get his fireplace. Yep. So he gets to build his room next round. Yep, having a really nice game. Def is. So Def will start player in 13 because he's gonna want to guarantee himself plow sow in 14. Um, so that means I'm going third in 14, which means I might get a plow action or a sow action, both of which would probably be pretty reasonable moves. The sow action would be a ton of food, maybe a point and a bit of food, which might be a good move. That might be my best move at that point. And then I'm probably gonna sit on the read space in each of the last 2 rounds. Probably activate my Dray both times, get plus food read. For as 1 point moves each time. And then I want to play Wood Hut Builder. Yeah. Because I'm definitely not renovating at this point. Not versus 1 move Wood Hut Builder. It's not the worst thing in the world because I have like Woodpath Dormer, but it's a pretty late pasteurization expert. I wonder if We Three Kings has anything to help it. Like if he has oh, what would you want? A tenant farmer at this point? But he would have had to have taken tenant farmer really highly because I think pasteurization was in my opening hand. I'm at 38 right now versus Def's 24. Def obviously has another 3. He has another 6 guaranteed, putting him at 30 with his room and his growth. Then we have to add 4 points for Lord of the Manor, plus 2 points, 36, plus another 5 for crops, 41. Then let's say he fences 11. Well, probably he'll fence 12 for Lord of the Manor. So then that'd be another. Yeah, so he's going to score around minimum 50. His minimum score is around 50. So I have to beat 50, which, I mean, I'm at like 43 right now, right? Because I breed 2 more points to put me at 40. Now you have to take away 2, putting me back at 38, but then I'm plus 3 for the trees. And then my action next round is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a 6-point action next round. So I'm at 44 after my plow sow at the start of next round. And I have a bunch of moves after that. So I have the 2-point wood hut builder. I mean, I'm gonna be above 50 as well. It's just a question of how much above 50 am I, and how much above 50 does Def get to. So we three kings getting family growth with frontiersmen here is fantastic. Actually, super fantastic for we three kings to get this family growth. Because otherwise, his frontiers. Oh no, he already used both his frontiersman action. I mean, it's still a great family growth without room action for him. Still a really excellent move. Take 4 wood. 2 points with my joinery. Jeff is pissed off he's not getting a 4 wood action here. Yeah, because he wants defense. He wants defense 12 for his Lord of the Manor. I mean, Payne knows he's getting Plauso in the last. Well, I guess he doesn't know that because I could theoretically uh, fence, but play an improvement here, and then I'm last action family growthing. So I can play Dormer here, or sorry, last action playing my occupation. No, I'm taking Reed with my last move. That's what I'm doing, and I'll save Wood Hut Builder for the last round. Yeah. And yeah, first move so bake next round, and that solves all my feeding. And I can eat one more reed. I'll eat. Will I eat a reed here? Mm, I could eat a grain, or I could eat a vegetable, actually. I could eat a vegetable with my first move. I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like first move vegetable. Or, sorry, I kind of like eating a vegetable and then saving the reed. And then that makes my read actions better. Oh, you know what? I get a food from Dray. I don't have to eat. I can just eat the wood here. I get a food from Dray. Right. I should have 2 negatives for my master carpenter. I'll indicate that. Start putting out my points. So it might have been correct to have eaten a grain or and a vegetable to buy 2 more wood here, because then I could be thinking about building stables. And this nice thing about the stables is that they let me hold the cattle, because right now the cattle is only a 1 point move because I lose a boar point to take it. Let's get green vegetable, and I sow 1 vegetable, and I sow 1 grain, 2 grain, and bake 1. There we go. So then I can eat a bunch of raw vegetable to feed. Yeah, so I can eat 3 raw vegetable. Plus, I forgot to pick up fruit tree food, and I can eat a wood. So yeah, that's my feeding solved. So I'd like to wheel family growth without room. We three kings might take it. If he does, not too much for me to do. Take wood to try to build stables, I suppose. Probably stables first, and then try to get the cattle. The problem is we three kings wants the 2 point cattle as well. Yeah, we three kings pasteurization is a bit odd. I mean, I can play wood path. Yeah, if I have enough wood, I can play wood path. If I have enough food, I can play wood path, and I don't have to eat a wood. Play the wood hut builder for now. So I need to feed 8. I can eat. Oh, I can eat some raw grain too. Yeah. Okay. So I can definitely afford to play wood path for 2 points. Wood path and then RRF with from the one read space. Yep. Looks good. I'll have played my entire hand, which you know me, I love playing my entire hand out. Those are always my favorite. Oh, reward is quite nice here. Yep, I wish I had been able to take that. So I have the negative on the cattle, and Def's got me way beat on house and family members. So he's sitting at 55. He breeds two more. He's sitting at 57. I'm sitting at 55. I have two more actions. One of them's worth 2 points. I do not breed any more points. So yeah, I'm sitting at... Looks like I beat Def by 2, which means that his one last pasture is worth quite a bit. It means we would have tied. Dray MVP. Round 5 family growth MVP. That's what's really going on here. Round 5 family growth. Getting to grow in 5 was just incredible for me. It let me get my stone trader off and just build all the major improvements. Like if I get one fewer major improvement, I'm not like I needed 2 guilds to be relevant, and I got the 2 best just raw point majors from the well and the stone oven. And my miners were also provided a ton of points, so my miners providing a ton of points was important as well. So 52. So 59. So Def would have tied me with the 1 extra fence. Yeah, and I do have 1 extra sheep, but that sheep doesn't matter. So yeah, quite a good game for me. It went well. Pain scores 35. So 57 for Def, 39 for We Three Kings, and 59 GG. Good game. All my actions in round 14 ended up being good, which was important. The guilds meant that I had useful actions at the end of the game, because without those I do not have useful moves, which is so that's quite relevant. So, all right, good game. I'll take a short break and we'll probably do another one. And it'll probably be mostly the same crew. I might hop over to Board Game Arena potentially. We'll see. But I'm gonna take a short break either way. If you guys have enjoyed this little video, we'll see you in a bit.